Happy New Year, everyone. This is my first video of 2022, and it's shaping up to be certainly an interesting year to say the least so far, right? Comment below what type of things are you expecting for 2022. So one of the things we can expect, though, is that ammunition prices are likely to stay pretty consistently high, and there's a number of reasons for that, and I've done a little bit of research that I'll share with you today as to why that is the case. Now, the obvious ones from the get-go are the fact that a lot of people are still buying ammunition in huge quantities. They're still clearing out smaller outlets, and major retailers often have an issue keeping a lot of things in stock as of late. So that's not helping. The other thing is on the back end now, the middlemen are charging your local mom and pop shops more for ammo, and the manufacturers are becoming very used to the fact that they are making record profits right now. Even though they've invested in a ton of new equipment in some cases, they've added shifts, all that. So one of the big reasons behind the scenes, besides all that we're seeing that's causing a raise in pricing, is shipping. Now, shipping, of course, is climbing in price, and the logistics situation behind the scenes is not in good shape. So that is being factored into the cost of ammunition, in addition to the fact that now we have numerous companies that are competing for a finite copper supply. There's only so much copper that's on the market or available at any one time, and several state-owned companies are in the running for much of the copper market. They're trying to control it the best they can because they need it for microchips and things. And then you have companies like Tesla as well who are buying up as much as they can. So we've seen a 50% increase on the price of copper. So of course that's going to directly impact ammunition pricing. So the ability to obtain a lot of things needed to put ammunition together, it's just becoming more difficult with time, with everything that's been going on. So as people are becoming more and more conditioned to spend more on ammo and shoot less, it's unlikely that we will see a dramatic fall in pricing unless ammunition were to sit on the shelves for months and months and months. And I know in some markets that's certainly the case. On my travels I've documented here on my channel, you'll see that a lot of ammunition is in very high supply in certain markets and very limited in others. And people who are in areas that were preparing for scenarios like this in large numbers, or who just consistently bought a lot of ammunition, they're not going to pay these inflated prices. But other markets, major cities, and places where people generally hadn't thought about doing this type of thing before, they're going to continue to overpay. And it's going to be and continue to cause problems for everyone else, because if there's no incentive to lower the prices back down to where they were, they're not going to fall. And I actually don't expect that they're going to fall to those awesome levels that they were in, let's say, 2019, 2018, where we had that even golden age for firearm sales where ARs were $350. And I refer to that, and on this channel, as the golden age of the AR, because you could get an AR-10 for, what, $600-700 or less in some cases if you went around and sourced parts from several different places and put it together yourself. It was an amazing period of time, and we will likely never see a window quite like that again. Though I will say that firearm prices in general have fallen back to, let's say, 2019 levels in some cases. Certain firearms are selling for right around the MSRP mark right now. You're not going to pay much more than that. And while there aren't any incredible deals, I would say at the moment, for all intents and purposes, if you're paying MSRP, you're paying less than you would have in some cases a few years ago with the value of the dollar declining, but that's a whole different video for another day. If you're looking to add to your collection, now is a good time. But in terms of buying ammunition, if you're getting into new calibers and things, this is certainly not the best time to do that, though I would recommend, and it's something I've recommended for a long time on this channel, that you buy 1 or 2 boxes of ammunition every single week of your favorite caliber, regardless of the current pricing situation. That way, when situations unfold like this, you aren't going to find yourself hard-pressed for ammunition. You're also going to find that over a year or two, you will have amassed a pretty good collection. You'll be able to run training classes. You'll be able to go to the range regularly, and you won't have to be stressed out about the fact that you're going in and paying $1 or $2 a round the next time a situation like this unfolds. And hopefully, if we strive as a community and kind of indoctrinate and get our own crowd used to the idea that, hey, like if you just put ammunition back, then we won't be running out and lining up to buy huge quantities of ammo and artificially drive the price up. The other thing with that, by the way, to add real quick, is we have about 10 million new firearm owners. Now, we've seen a number of those firearms make it back to the gun shops, as many people clearly never even fired these pistols. And there was a big discussion about this. Would a lot of these people become advocates for the community, or were they just buying sheerly based on fear? And it seems that that was the case. A lot of them were mostly purchased out of fear. And that's usually not the best way to approach stuff. You want to do things logically, right? And so we've seen a lot of M&Ps, a lot of Taurus pistols and things hitting the shelves unfired, and many retailers just, they can't get rid of them at the moment. So what type of used firearms are you seeing in your market? I'm seeing a lot of entry-level type stuff floating around right now. And like I said, we could definitely get ahead of the pricing situation. I don't expect things to fall too dramatically in the immediate future. And going forward, I expect that ammunition will stay consistently higher than it was only a few years ago. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to me here. The alt tech sites that I'm working on right now, links will be in the description below, and I will begin posting exclusives on those channels this month.